Our lifelong dream of building an off-grid homestead in the Arizona desert has taken us on a wild and unpredictable path so far. For those who are just tuning in, we started with a raw parcel of land, we built a solar power system, and got to enclosing our main living structure, which for us is a geodesic dome made out of spray foam.
Since we're building off-grid, we can't just plug this dome into the city water and power supply. We chose to create a separate mechanical building so that our open floor plan for the dome can stay a quiet, uninterrupted, peaceful place without the noise of water pumps, laundry machines, and mechanical systems.
For the mechanical building, we did something totally experimental. We bought a used carport with intentions of transforming it into a climate-controlled space to hang out in and house our utilities. We assembled the frame, roof paneling, poured concrete, installed in-walls, and spray foam.
Everything was coming together and we could see our dream taking shape, but then we encountered a problem that halted the build entirely.
It is coming down!
A lot of our viewers warned us about this happening, and y'all were right. The building had leaks, and lots of them.
So after the rain, we came into the building to do a rain check, and we've got some leaks, guys. This is coming down. It's just wet, wet, wet. Looks like we have a leak coming from those windows over there, and they are also leaking. And we've got, let's see if we can show you guys. We've got this trickle down here. Have no idea what's causing that. This window leaking too? Yeah, this window's leaking a little bit. And then if you can see that right there, that's a leak. This has been flashed and we're still getting leaks, as you can see. Yeah. And then we have one decent one. As you can see, there's a little drop right there. Ow! And it's coming from like right in that, right up there. Not sure what's causing this, but we have some investigating to do before we move into this thing. Cannot have leaks.
I mean, I can't figure out how this water is getting in. I've already been up on the top of this thing. There's no holes, but obviously there must be. But also it's a secondhand carport. I'm sure we missed a couple of old holes, and that's also why you don't turn these into houses. But it's just a utility building. It's not the end of the world. We'll figure out how to get them all sealed up to kind of keep you guys in the loop. See how we overlapped one little notch right here? It's the same way on every junction on the whole roof. So this has only got this 1.5 inch overlap, and we should have overlapped it up to here, which would give it 2 of these plus the foot in the middle plus these little ridges. We didn't do that. We screwed it up. So building wasn't a complete failure. Obviously it's working. I mean, but there are a couple drips, and the way that they're manifesting was very confusing. It was like running down the insides of the windows. We figured out what's happening. And it's kind of blown my mind, because the building inside totally dry. It's only the interior of the glass was dripping from the top of the flashing. When we figured out what's happening, it's actually going into the roof, run across the ridge of that, and then hit the vapor barrier at the end here, and would actually go inside of the vapor barrier, but the outside of the OSB, and it was actually going down and traveling behind the window flashing and running inside of the glass. People warned us about building a building like this, that it would leak. It definitely does. And we're fixing it today. There's 6 boards on each pitch of the roof. That means there's 12 of them up here total. And the idea is these are actually bolted to the frame of the building through the roofing material. And these are going to hold our solar panels. So we'll be able to hold, I believe, 16 panels on this setup. and this way it's bolted directly to the frame of the building and not just like floating on the skin of the roof. The reason that we're putting these furring strips in now is to hold them is because Kyle's going to be here in about an hour to put a exterior spray foam vapor barrier on the entire rooftop of the building, so that will actually seal up the 2x4s. We'll have no leaks, and we'll finally be able to finish this building. All right, Kyle's done with the spray foam. He just left. Let's get up there and check it out in detail, what it looks like. I think he put at least an inch of foam, maybe 2 inches in some places. And he told me that he sort of ramped it up on the uphill side of all the 2x4s so that it shouldn't retain too much water up there. So let's get up here and check it out. Yeah, it looks pretty marshmallowy. I like it. I think this is definitely gonna work. There may be some pooling up here, obviously, but it's not gonna matter. Nothing can actually penetrate this. This is an industrial vapor barrier. And it'll provide extra insulation, so the top of the building metal will never get heat soaked in the hot summer sun, and it won't get ice cold in the cold winter months either. So I think that this is going to be a fantastic addition to the building and solve some of the things we screwed up on. Now it's a race against time to get this painted. We got to coat this in like an elastomeric primer or roof coating and get it tinted. So I think we are going to head to Home Depot this afternoon and get some paint. For paint, I went with elastomeric from Home Depot, which is Bear brand, and we had them tinted black. Might be controversial, but the reason is because the only reason I'm painting this is because we don't want ultraviolet light to hit the foam, which will degrade it over time. So I figured the black would block out the most amount of ultraviolet, and we're not really concerned with it drawing heat to the building now that we've got, like, I don't know, 3.5 inches or so of closed cell foam. I think it's gonna be just fine, no matter what color we paint it. Let's check it out. Just using a little Wagner airless sprayer that I got from a thrift shop for 50 bucks. And it was brand new in the package when I got it. I couldn't believe it. And so far, working great. This is what we've got done so far. The last thing I'm going to paint today is these eaves right here, because there's spray foam inside those voids, and I want to make sure that those also don't get any more UV light. I mean, they're already super brown. They haven't like fallen off or anything, so I think it'll be okay, but we don't want too much light hitting these. They'll also be almost completely invisible once we put the trim on. This has actually like a 4-inch piece of white trim that goes across the whole edge of the building, so this will be completely out of view anyway, so I think painting it black will be a good idea just so you don't see it. All right, well, I was waiting like 3 days and the rain is here now, so we could check this thing out and see if there's leaks. It's coming down pretty good out there, and everything looks dry. Dry as can be. Check out this gigantic squished spider. So I think that this is fixed, no leaks. That means we can start working on it again. Thank goodness. One thing that is an added, I think, benefit that we didn't really even think about is with the extra foam on the outside of the building, it's not nearly as loud in here during a rain. Much quieter.